You're watching Metallica Mania, and I am back with a ranking of a band that I have respected and liked for a long time, that a lot of other people in this community downright hate. And featured them on the channel before with their newest record on the list for last year. So we're gonna rank Stryper Studios. I do have to say the two covers out the one covers album and the re-record of the older material is not on here. Like I don't really rank those. I don't. It was to cut down on a little bit of time, to be honest. So yeah, they have debated like how many studio albums and the EP, which is somewhat of a studio. So the ones that I thought was appropriate to put on here, I did. So started off, and we have a tie as well. So, and here we go. Number 10, Reborn. Their one to end their breakup. The one where they reformed the band. They did a new metal style album, and it's probably one of the best new metal albums I've listened to in ever. Is my opinion on the new metal genre is I don't really like it too much. Um, so yeah, this album gets an 8.3 out of 10 average. It's a fun listen. Um, they've really never done any bad one. Um, yeah, there's not really any bad album. There's a few songs that are kind of a little bit on the okay, they've done this before type thing. This album is a different album than the rest of their discography. It has like harder guitars. There's really no standouts, unless yeah, there's really no standout tracks. It's just average all the way through. It's going to number 9. It's another one I don't have on CD, which I don't have a lot of the. Like I have most of them. Murder by Pride, the one right after Reborn. 8.9, getting up there with okay, this is good. There's some good stuff on here. Songs like I think it was Alive is I believe that song is really good. If you don't know, this band is a Christian metal band. They get hated on a lot, so a lot of songs about love, and it's mostly the same like aspect of it every time. So this album kind of gets repetitive with songs, and it's it's good. They're returning back to their old soloing roots with the blistering guitar solos and the high vocals, and it's pretty good. I like it. It's not. It's 8.9, as I said before. It's not bad. There's definitely a lot of other albums that are good. None of Stryper's albums are actually bad. I would consider some to be better than the others, and a couple did get a rip rating, so that's a new rating system that is like the top of the top. Like this is like pure perfection. There's no songs that kind of lack. Murder by Pride sounds good. Peace of Mind, a Boston cover. This one is a highlight, definitely. Eclipse of the Sun, that one is okay. It kind of starts off with a kind of a punk style riff to start it out. I was getting that vibe from that song. So that's what I think about Murder by Pride. Number 9. Number 8 is the first one I have a copy for, and it is pardon my language, Goddamn Evil. Um, Starts off with the monster track, Take It to the Cross. Pretty good. It's a pretty good, and I forgot to tell you, but this one came in 9.5 out of 10. So this one is this is like way above average. See, they either bomb. They either completely bomb the album or they get above average or perfect every time they do a record. Sorry, Lost, Goddamn Evil, You Don't Even Know Me, The Valley, The Sea of Thieves. Those are the two songs I'm kind of iffy about. Beautiful, Can't Live Without Your Love, Own Up, and The Devil Doesn't Live Here. Has a lot of stuff that we haven't heard before for them about Christ, and it just adds more to it. This band is fantastic with all the releases, and this one is just another add to the catalog, and it is worth a listen. All of these are. Probably that one I'll go back to because they have a lot of other ones. But yeah, my favorite one on here is probably the title track, Goddamn Evil, Can't Live Without You, Own Up, or The Devil Doesn't Live Here, or Take It to the Cross. Those songs are the must for this album. And we go on to number 7. No More Hell to Pay. 2013, I'm pretty sure. And pretty good. I like this album. This one comes out with 9.7 out of 10, which is another one that's near perfect but not that good. Saved by Love and Jesus Is Just Alright. It kind of falls, like the vocals on Saved by Love, when they say the Saved by Love, is kind of iffy for me, and I don't per se like those vocals right there. But the rest of the album is fantastic. You have some good songs like Marching Into Battle, Legacy, which is a standout, Water into Wine. If you don't know what that is, it's the miracles in the Bible, so that's another addition to this album. Sympathy, great song. Renewed, great song. The soloing is fantastic on this album as well. And yeah, can't really say more about this album. It was like a album that I really never listened to before this. And yeah, we got the next one, which is one that's kind of weird to put up this high. Again, Against the Law, 1990, where they kind of changed their style a little bit and they went more of a metal style instead of glam metal. They just went regular heavy metal for a year. Yeah, songs like Against the Law, Two Bodies, One Mind, One Soul, Caught in the Middle, Rock the Hell Out of You. This album is fantastic. Like, I mean, it came in with a 9.8 out of 10, and it is fantastic almost all the way through. There's a few iffy parts with it, mostly being not their sound. They're not really up to par with the other albums. That's why this one falls a little bit short. It kind of gets bumped down with the consistency, with consistent sound consistency that other ones have. So yeah, Against the Law. And we got a tie at number 5. It's top 5. This one's 10 out of 10. Both of these are 10 out of 10. They're new. I think this one is 2015, Fallen, and to hell with the devil. I'm gonna take a drink. It kind of clears my voice and gets it more, so I could talk longer. I've learned that, and drinking ginger ale kind of helps too. So, yeah. I don't know how to say the first song. Yahweh, I think it's called. Fantastic, fantastic. Fallen, Pride, Big Screen Lies. There we go. Another song that really is speaking the truth to everybody with Big Screen Lies. Mostly about television and how it lies to you constantly. And I can agree with that. Heaven, Love You Like I Do, All Over Again, After Forever, which is a Black Sabbath cover, and it's fantastic. Till I Get What I Need, Let There Be Light, about the creation of the universe of the Earth. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. The Calling, King of Kings, about Jesus. This album rips. It's not a rip rating, but it rips in the sense of the solos, and the riffs are fantastic. It just doesn't go to par with the rip rating. And you'll see I have a few up on the rip rating. Yeah, the standout ones are Let There Be Light, Yahweh, the song Fallen, the title track, Big Screen Lies. And that's the standouts from that album. And then we go into the second one on the tie, which is To Hell with the Devil. Couldn't decide between these two. Abyss, To Hell with the Devil, the intro, To Hell with the Devil, great song, Calling on You, Free, Honestly, The Way, Sing Along Song, Holding On, Rockin' the World, All of Me, and More Than a Man. The standout ones, title track definitely. Um, Free, Honestly, The Way, Holding On, Rocking the World. Mostly everything on this album. It's really nothing that's too. It's not bad at all. Nothing on this album is bad. I like every single minute of this album, and it kind of falls short of a rip rating. But we will see a rip rating coming up soon. Number 4, and I think I did this. Sorry if any Christian metalheads are watching. I'm sorry. I'm with you guys on that. So, In God We Trust. This one is usually shit on so bad. I'm sorry for the language, but that's just what they do to this album. It's so it's a good album. It is great. I consider this to be one of like the peak albums of me listening to Stryper. I could never find a copy of this when I was a kid. And it was never on any of the streaming platforms that I relied on. So, walked into a record store and found a copy from Japan that they imported in and was charging quite a bit for. And I said, "Oh, I'll pick it up." So I did. Um, Starts out with "In God We Trust," "Always There for You," "Keep the Fire Burning," "I Believe in You," "The Writing's on the Wall," "It's Up to You," "The World of You and I," "Come to the Ever Life," "Lonely," and "The Rain." What I remember about this album is they have a lot of slow songs and ballads, and when the guitars do get heavy, the solos are really intonated and over the top. Like, I was kind of iffy on In God We Trust, but the whole theme of like how money is almost worthless compared to religion. Like, it's just facts. It's just facts. They literally were saying that they trust in God more than they trust in their dollar, and I could respect that. I could heavily respect that, and it's just so positive. It's so positive. This album is so positive. Really, there's hardly this only standout ones are the whole album. You have to listen to this album to get what they're doing with this album. I like this album a lot, and it's definitely one I go back to quite often when I want to listen to this band. And number 3, I said the EP would be in it, and we got our first one of the rip rating. The Yellow and Black Attack, the EP that came right after Soldiers Under Command, or the studio album that came right after that. I consider Soldiers Under Command their first record, their first studio album, like their first non-EP record. And this one being out of the 2 songs, this one just hits you. It's awesome. Loud and clear, from right to wrong. My love will always show. great song right there. That is one of my favorite ones that they've ever done. You know what to do. Come on, come on, come on, rock. You won't be lonely. Loving you and reason for the season. That part, loving you, is awesome. That song is awesome. Just that sticks with me because this was my first introduction to Stryper. Was their debut, their so-called debut. I consider it the second because it came out after. Yeah, it's kind of debated which one is. Reason for the season. I think this is in a movie too, and it's about how we kind of rely on Christmas as being like this time to receive gifts, but really that's not what it's truly about. I get what that song's about. It's telling you the actual reason behind the holidays and why it's not all about what people make it to be. What all these commercials and other shit do to yeah, you see where I'm going with that. They make it out to be like, oh, you have to buy this person this gift to actually be a good person type thing. Yeah, I love this album. Give it a rip rating. It's fantastic. If you don't know what that is, it means it's amazing start to cover. I think it's on perfection. Another one that I would give a rip rating to would be Overkill's Under the Influence. Just trying to think. Dark Thrones, Blazing Northern Sky. Those albums. This one is, well, comparative to the good nature of the other ones. And we go to number two. Fit on that screen. And we have the one that I was just talking about, Soldiers Under Command. And you all know what number one is. I'm sorry for putting the one that everybody hates on at number one. Soldiers Under Command makes me want to sing. Together Forever, First Love, the rock that makes me roll. Reach Out, Waiting for a Love That's Real, Together as One, Surrender, and Battle Hymn of the Republic. This album is what got Stryper on the map, and it still hardly has never been matched until recently. So, Soldiers Under Command, standout. Everything's a standout. I'm sorry, everything's a standout. There's really no downtime with this album. The ballads are fantastic. The shredding guitars are fantastic. The hard hitting riffs are fantastic. Some I've even seen that sometimes Stryper sounds thrash for some reason on some places, and really thrash characteristics go into almost any band at one time. With some riffs, some glam metal sometimes sounds thrash, and these guys are considered mostly glam metal. But their newer records kind of say a different story, and they're kind of leaning towards a heavy metal type sound, and not to be considered a genre. It is great stuff that they're doing. Surrender, I'll give that one a shout out there. That song's pretty good. So yeah, Stryper's Soldiers Under Command, probably their premier old album. And that brings us to the one that's been out the shortest, which is number one, Even the Devil Believes. They topped everything with this one. What to say about this one? This album is pure and pure and pure amazing. Like every second of it. Blood from Above. What's not to like about that riff? The guitar tone, the guitar tone is so loud. Like the guitars and drums are so loud on this album. Make Love Great Again. Another one that everybody kind of hates on because of you know what reasons. Yes, it's a workaround of MAGA. don't really mind it. Let him in, about letting Jesus in. Fantastic song. Do unto others. Uh, do unto others what you would want to be done unto you. Classic stuff. You know that from just being around people. It should be common sense, but it doesn't. It's not common sense anymore. So it's good that they put that song in there. That even the devil believes. That's a good song. It kind of brings up a good point that maybe even the devil believes. How to Fly, Divider's big standout song. Love this song. This I Pray, Invitation Only for God and Rock and Roll. I thought this one was going to be really bad, this song, when I first listened to this album, and it turned out to be amazing. Like, it turned out to be one of the most fantastic songs on the album. And then Middle Finger Messiah. Oh my god. When I first seen this one, I thought this song was kind of a joke. Like, I thought it was like a joke, and then when they went on the record and explained it, it kind of made sense. Okay, everybody kind of gives the middle finger to Jesus almost every day in society. It's constant. It's constant and it's constant and it's constant. I get where they're going with this song. And I get why metal magazines rip on this album and kind of they're biased. Let's just say that they're mostly biased, and they don't like anything outside of they don't like anything outside of stuff that has to involve Satan all the time. It has to always for that. I've noticed that a lot of Christian bands get hated on because, well, everything in metal has to be about Satan for some reason. It's like I've even gotten a little bit sick of it with the satires, like the satire and Satanism is. I like the bands that do it, but myself, I don't believe that. Like, it just kind of gets annoying when it comes to it's the same stuff over and over from different bands, and to have a band that started out and still is doing the same thing, putting their beliefs out there, kind of being a different front of metal, not just Satanism, is kind of a fresh of breath air whenever they release, and it kind of feels like they're different than all the other bands around them, and they stand out to me, and a lot of other, and then, well, as you know, elitists don't like difference. They hate it. They hate difference completely. They want all the music to be the same recycled garbage over and over. So that's what I think of Stryper. I think that they're a great band. I think of all their albums as albums that I could listen to and like. I definitely have changed my beliefs over a long time. Kind of went back to my like roots. So yeah, I'll see. Like, I'm gonna probably end the video somewhere around here because it's kind of getting long, and kind of want to upload it tonight and not have to deal with internet buffering. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Next video will probably be an album review. So see you guys.